warm welcome to Kaz, please.
Kaz from the Unite the Union.
I'll try not to fall off the wall. I'll try not to lose my voice. Well, just to update you on what Martin said earlier on, heckled by a police car. Just to update you on what Martin said earlier on, we were outside Bromley Council fighting the same fight as we're fighting here on Monday night. But as a regional officer from Unite, today I had one of the few pleasures that you get as a regional officer, one of the few pleasures that you get as a full-time bureaucrat, when I signed off a notice to Bromley Council saying that we would be balloting our members for strike action against the cuts imposed by that vicious Tory council. And the message to Lewisham councillors, as Martin said, is that we don't care whether they're Tories, we don't care whether they're Labour, Liberal or Green. We don't care. What we care about is our services, our jobs, our pay and our communities. And here's a message for every single councillor in there. If they're not prepared to stand up for their communities, if they're not prepared to stand up for the workforce, then stand aside so we can elect people who will stand up for their communities, who will fight for their services, and who will fight austerity. It gives me great pleasure to be the officer for this borough where our members at Glendale are fighting for a decent pay increase. No pay increase for 5 to 7 years. There is absolutely no excuse for that. Labour councillors in there cannot be let off the hook because it's them who privatised the service in the first place, and they cannot wash their hands of it. Do not be fooled by the lies. Our slogan should be, our slogan should be, it's a lie, because they tell so many lies. Look at what they want to do to the youth service. For the youth service, they're now talking about setting up something called a mutual, where the workers allegedly will be able to run the service. What a complete and utter nonsense. Because not a single penny, not a single extra penny will come across. And what they're trying to do is con the workers into making the cuts themselves, instead of them having the guts to stand up against austerity. Look, brothers and sisters, what I want to end on is this. It's a positive message. Sometimes it can seem very grim when we're at lobby after lobby, dealing with cut after cut. But we have been winning campaigns where workers stand together, where workers fight the bosses. We can win. We have been winning. As well as Bromley, we're issuing notice to Hackney Council. As well as Hackney, we're issuing notice in Croydon. And there's the lesson. It's about bringing all these campaigns together. One big campaign against austerity. So there's the message from tonight. If they're not willing to stand up for their communities, then stand aside. And secondly, what we need is a general strike, pulling together all the campaigns to defend our services. Thank you, brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That's Unite the Union. That was
Our next
Kaz.
speaker is